2, it has come. It's an Esteban special. This is not the plane you've been waiting for, but it's still awesome. And we're gonna unbox this thing, set it up, and if Mother Nature cooperates, we're gonna maybe fly it. So just to show you how awesome this plane is, this is a 1.2 meter Horizon Hobby P-51 Mustang, 1.2 meter. On the ceiling, I've got my 1.2 meter Mustang, the Blondie, wonderful plane, one of my favorites, one of my earliest. It's also been crashed many times. This thing's brand new. It's gonna be Esteban's beauty, his pride and joy, and until of course he gets his Spitfire, quarter scale Spitfire, which is gonna be awesome, way more awesome than the 1.2 meter. Also cost a lot more. So without further ado, box opening has begun. Yes, that's right, this is Esteban's plane, and he's gonna let me help him unbox it, get it assembled, get it set up, which is sometimes what we do. Horizon Hobby planes are so good that you can get them in the air, sometimes within an hour, unless you're like me and you're super anal retentive. Oh man, that is gorgeous. And I'll tell you what guys, flying on 2200 3S is gonna be plenty to get this thing up in the air. But if you decide you wanna go fast, you can do 2200 4S as well. Jeez. They're kind of huge boxes. I like to keep mine in my attic. This is the battery that Esteban is gonna choose to use, probably for his maidens, 2200 Zippy Compact. This is a 3S. So as you can see, there are 4 wires, so it's 3S. This has an XT60 connector on it, which is not gonna mate up with the EC3 connector that's on this plane, so we'll have to switch that over. And his whole fleet of batteries is gonna be XT60, so we're gonna go ahead and switch it over for that reason too.
Let me do a close-up here.
Yeah, you get a close-up. Look at the beauty. They have the manual in here. Not sure why the manual was in the top like that, but believe it or not, a manual can damage this phone pretty easy. Oh, and real quick guys, when you get this manual, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is basically familiarize yourself with what's in there. The safe selection designation, this has safe select, so it'll auto level, limited bank angles, all that good stuff, but it's safe select, so it's not full safe, there's no panic button. You basically have it on or off. Okay, different languages. In our case, we're gonna be reading the English, so we'll set this aside for now, and that'll be ready for us. We're gonna use a DX8 Gen 2. No frills on that. DX8's a great radio, DX9's even better, but there's a big price difference. Horizon, if you're listening, you need to make these things more economical because everything is plug and fly, and bind and fly. And the guys that are trying to get into this, you know, you can't get it ready to fly with the correct radio for a safe select. So if you're listening, the DX8E, maybe that's fine for some people. I don't know. That's my 2 cents worth. I have a DX18 Gen 1. I got it for cheap because it was already basically discontinued. So, and I love it. It's one of the best things I bought in the hobby. I love my DX8, which I sold to Esteban actually. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I still have it.
He still has it. We still use it. Okay, great. So we're just gonna, as we go, we'll just pop stuff out, show you how this stuff is packed. If you're making a decision, if you're trying to order this, we'll have links below so that you can follow the links. That helps support the channel. We appreciate it if you buy from that link. This is a 10.58. That means the pitch is 8 and it's 10.5 inches diameter, okay? You notice they're not painted on the back. I always go through the trouble of painting them. We probably won't do that today just because for the sake of time. These things are well packed. This stuff is strong, guys. That's one of the reasons why Horizon Hobby is worth the minimal premium. And when I say minimal, I really mean it, because you can go buy this plane or this style at, you know, the Hobby Kings of the world, and you can spend probably half as much, but you'll spend half again as much getting your radio system set up. And by the time you're done, it's all about what plane you like best, because you're going to get a better bang for your buck at Horizon, and they're going to back it up. Not to bash Hobby King. I like Hobby King. I got plenty of Hobby King planes here, Hobby King plane here. I've got, you know, Motion RC here, Hobby King, Banggood, all this stuff. They're all good. Just get what you like. Not crazy about this color scheme, by the way, but it's still cool. I can appreciate it, but I like the red tail and I like the yellow tail. FMS has a few of those out right now. This foam, this stuff helps to protect the finish, which is gorgeous. Oh yeah, look at that.
Very nice.
Look how nice that looks. Invasion stripes, guys. Just gorgeous invasion stripes. The silver finish is great. All the little panel lines, you got little rivet details here. Of course, full functional flaps. And by the way, the flaps on this plane are gorgeously huge. And you can fly this thing, the flight envelope from the highest speed to the slowest speed is just, it's huge. So you're gonna love it. Piece of tape here. Watch this. This is why you don't use tape on silver. I guarantee you we'll lose some. Look at that, guys. That's how you know you got a good paint job. None of the paint came off. None, not even a little bit. I totally thought that paint was gonna come off. And show them this. Aileron, flaps, aileron, gear.
Label.
So it's not
Very
guesswork.
nice.
Many times in RC, there is a lot of guesswork. They'll number the channels. Like, who knows what number means what?
I bought it for $239.
You bought it for $239?
Yeah, because they had a sale going on, $30 off during September.
Nice. Problem is with Horizon, you got to keep in mind, Esteban, people might be watching this in 2 years. Horizon loves to run specials. Don't live your life around specials. If you want to find one on special, good for you. I do too. Drop tanks. These ones slip in to the wing and they are removable, but once you slide them in, it's possible they'll break off. I actually dropped one of these on top of the building once.
And just to remind your viewers, just because you're getting a good deal doesn't mean that your wife is going to be happy that you got another plane.
You know what? That is the totally true statement. Okay, so first thing I check when I get a Horizon plane, a left and a right. Why do I do that? Because on my AT6, I got a right and a right, or a left and a left, I can't remember. The other thing you want to do is as you pull control surfaces out, show them how nice this looks right here. Look at that. Rounded front edge, the leading edge of the control surface there. Beautiful work. And then you have this trim tab. I think that's a trim tab, but whatever. I mean, you just get those beautiful details. You won't generally see that. The Avios brand through Hobby King is good about that stuff. And just look how gorgeously this is packed. Look at this. Come look at this. This is just, look at this. This is just so well done. The details. I mean, sometimes you got to kind of seat these decals a little bit, but just look how gorgeous this is. I mean, like afraid to take it out of there. It's just so dang gorgeous. Oh man, I love the pilot in this one. And you've got an instrument cluster. Look at the green, the olive drab, anti-glare for the pilot. And then look at the instrument cluster.
Oh, nice.
One little detail you may not notice. Got a vent. That vent will keep this from fogging up. Okay? So, tape. The tape is always a good idea. Okay? So you got the little lip there. This paint, I'm just warning you guys to get this plane. Beautiful plane, very well done. This paint will, I'm not telling you if, it will wear out. And the rivets here will get screwed up because as you put this on and off, it will wear it out. So just plan on it. It's a foamy, you need to at least keep that in mind. Look how gorgeous the profile is. Oh man, look at the exhaust vents there. Just gorgeous and very light, very light. I mean, it's well balanced when it's not even built, guys. Okay, steerable nose gear, or tail gear rather. This is a tail dragger, of course. And that's all the pieces except for the other drop tank. And then we have a carbon fiber spar that goes into the horizontal stabilizer. So we're gonna pop that out. And for those of you thinking, geez, this is a long unboxing. Yeah, you're watching a video about me opening a box. So, I mean, it's the way it goes. I don't know how you make it any quicker.
Fun.
Same thing, the other drop tank. And this is what I'm talking about, the robustness of the packaging. When you're thinking about buying a plane from overseas, this thing is very sturdy. And
you drop some components.
It's got a very strong case, okay? So keep that in mind.
All right, hold on.
As you make a decision. These are the wires.
Okay.
And the screws. They're labeled. The only complaint I have about Horizon instructions is that sometimes the numbers and letters will not agree with reality, which is annoying, okay? Because you pay the premium, you sort of expect a premium outcome. So what comes in this is an antenna, okay? The antenna goes into here. Don't glue this, guys. If you transport your planes like I do, and many of you do, you know, like with a beanbag or support or something like that, that antenna, if you set this upside down in your plane, it's really nice to be able to grab the antenna and pull it out. I'll show you. See mine here? Watch. You can just pop it out, okay? Sometimes I'll take tape and I'll put tape on there to thicken this. and then as you slide it in, over time it may wear out a little bit and get a little wiggly. Put a little piece of tape on there, it'll be fine. So a couple quick tips, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get some pillows up here, which is gonna help us to protect as we build. And then that's gonna give us somewhere to lay this. Keep in mind this foam is fairly soft. It's forgiving. It's forgiving when you're flying. There's carbon fiber rods and things that are embedded into this. Also, there's some fiberglass rods and things. Keeps everything nice and safe. So, but it also keeps it rigid. Because look how thin this foam is, guys. If this was just foam, there's no way it'd be that rigid, okay? So we're gonna get set and we'll come right back to you. All right, folks, so that's gonna conclude the unboxing. Check the links below. You can buy one of these for your very own. If it's on sale, great. If it's not, sorry. But for now, we are gonna work on getting this thing built up. We're gonna start with getting the XT60 installed, and then we're gonna go ahead and assemble it all and get you some flight footage as soon as possible. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you wanna see more. Thanks for coming.